Hello, hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Do we need containers in this game? Check it out. So, first of all, what's a container loading facility? Container loading facility is a facility that can load containers. It has 60 workers. It can be found in your storage and warehouse section. On the bottom you have container loading facility and container unloading facility. Those are the two important buildings, where the second one is diminishingly less important because I only use containers for export myself, but you can also unpack containers if you wish. That is a thing. Okay, second thing that you need to know, you cannot store your containers in the open storage area, which is quite similar to what we have here, and this is not open storage. This is totally different animal. This can be found in your engineering industry, and that would be space for vehicles / containers, large and a small one. Small one, of course, has only road access for your trucks, and the large one has the railroad access, and that's the one that you're looking over here. It has a little bit more industrial connections than your normal storage, but it can only store containers and vehicles. And we're gonna have our train come in here now, and we're gonna try to do a test. Now, train is the Polish PW201E. This is the weakest electrical locomotive we have, which has over 3,100 kilowatts, which is more than all the diesel locomotives I'm running on my freaking map, so it's pretty powerful. But still, you have at least twice as powerful locomotives as well, but this is adequate. On there we have 4 wagons from the PKP pack. They are between 16 tons, 30.5 to 70 ton big container trailers. I just want to check how many of them can they be fit in here. And in the front two, you have the original small vanilla or the normal size vanilla, and the big one you get in time. I'm gonna show you vanilla versions over here because I don't want to waste your time if you're not using the mods. So vanilla versions would be the 67 ton first one and 79 ton the second one. Also, containers, you have 3 different sizes. So you have a 10-foot container, you have 20-foot container, and 40-foot container. 20-foot container, we're just gonna check the crops because all the weights are freaking different. A 10-foot container can put 6.4 tons of crops. The second one can fit more than double. That would be 15 tons of crops. That's more than double, for double the size. And the biggest one cannot fit 4 times more than the smallest one. It can only fit 23 tons of crops. So technically 2 smaller 20-foot containers are the best choice if you want to save some weight. Right, you have to choose which container you want to pack, and we're gonna do a test with all 3 sizes and the train over here, and I'm gonna show you the basics of truck container transporting. So let's get cracking with the smallest train and the smallest containers. Sorry, with the train and the smallest containers. We're gonna see all the different containers being loaded over here, so let's check it out. I'm just gonna pause this for a second and tell him to load. Forgot that part, not to unload anything, and then on the border crossing it can just unload, and you can wait until unloaded. So this is a basic setup for him to wait to be loaded, and there we go. You can see containers being loaded on the train over here. Okay, so what did this show us? Like I said, I just want to demonstrate the rest of them, but the most important thing is the first 2 because they're vanilla. Mods can be altered as you wish, but comparison, the small one can fit 4 containers, 10-footers. The second one can fit 6 containers, that would be 60-foot long containers. And then the Polish ones, you can see the size there between 3, 4, 4 and 6 as well. So this is how much we can fit on our trucks. Right, the most common, on our wagons, the most common truck you will find in the game would be the open hull Skoda truck. This is the most widely used, at least in my books, and I think it's most useful, at least for the longest time. So I want to do the test with him as well. So he's gonna go here, load stuff, and come here, unload stuff. He has fuel over here. We're gonna speed the time up, and we're gonna do some testing on him. So as soon as he's done, we're gonna go to the second phase of testing. So he's loading, and he can fit 2 containers. Right, okay, let's move on. Okay, we have 20-foot containers here. We have 15 tons of crops in each one of them. We're gonna see if they fit on this truck. Spoiler alert, they do. There we go. There we go. They fit on the truck, and will he load the second one? Spoiler alert, no, he won't. Okay, let's check the train out. Okay, we have a train incoming. Let me remind you, we had 4, 6, 3, 6, 4, 4. This is what we had previously, so they should have all at least 2. These should have 3 as they do, and the one that used to fit 3 of them can only fit 1 now. So this is the difference. They all can fit the both smallest and medium-sized containers, even this one over here, but he can only fit, let's call it half a container less, because in this case he's missing. He would be able to load a 10-footer container here. Okay, so this is it for the 20-footers. Let's see the 40-footers. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of bigger truck test in this case. We're gonna have normal Skoda that we had so far. We're gonna have the biggest trucks in the game. That would be RMD flatbed Romanian truck and KMZ Soviet Union truck. They are pretty big. Their carrying capacity is not as big as the containers weigh, but the size is, they can fit in there, because each one of these containers are 23 tons of crops, or 27 tons altogether, and I'm really wondering if they are going to be able to pack these on. Is it the size of the boat, or is it motion in the ocean? So let's quickly see. Skoda already failed this one, so we don't need this truck anymore. We're gonna have a Romanian one, they cannot load, and the Soviet Union one. Oh, there's a surprise. I'm gonna give him another chance here, but there is a surprise over here. So this one has 23-ton heavy container here. The container is 27 tons, and the capacity of this truck is only 16 tons on a flatbed. This is surprising. I did not expect this, because this truck has 18 tons of vehicles on flatbed. This one has only 16 tons of vehicles on the flatbed. So this one should be able to carry these containers, and for some reason he can't. I bet that this is a bug. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna go back to trains, and we are done with truck testing. And see you back in a sec. Okay, here we go. He's coming in, and let's see which one of these carts can actually fit the big 40-foot containers. Bang! All of them. All of them except the smallest one can fit 40-foot containers, and that was kind of expected. I think all of them had at least 4 size of the containers, and he's waiting for a container to be filled on this wagon, but it's not going to be. So there you go. This is the experiment on the sizes of containers and the carts or wagons that we can use. A little bit of a bug here with a Romanian flatbed, which is quite big and should be able to carry one of those, but unfortunately is not. And now let's go loading and unloading speed test. Okay, so the closest representation that we can do here would be this competition. So we have this train on the left-hand side. That would be the same locomotive. It has a little bit more wagons, but it can carry 3 times 15 tons on each of the wagons. This one has a little bit bigger capacity, 55 tons each, but you can see the capacities here. So this one would be 4 times 45 tons. Sorry, 5 times 45 tons. That would be 5 times 4 is 200, plus 5 times 5 is 25, so 225 tons of crops should fit in containers on the left-hand side one. And the right-hand side one we have to calculate. No, we don't. We have the numbers over here. So 220. So the crop one that doesn't have containers has a little bit of an advantage. But if I'm right, which I know already that I'm wrong, this container one should kick his rear end easily because of the speed of loading and unloading. So let's check it out. We're gonna go and do a little bit of a competition. Okay, while we wait for the containers, we have everything set up. This one is gonna go for the train station and load all the crops he can. I already pre-filled this to the top. He's not gonna have even that, but he can load as fast as he can all the crops. And then we have a container filling area here. Of course, we need to wait for a few more containers, but that's perfectly fine. And the other one has to go for space to containers, and second stop would be the customs house. Both of them have their wait until loaded and wait until unloaded signs on. We're gonna watch the money when they're loaded. They're gonna have value of their cargo, and that's about it, I believe. So I think we just have to set them to go, and they should be fine. So okay, we have everything set, so everything is paused. Check it out. Right hand side one, we have 220 tons. The left hand side one is the container one. Wait until loaded, wait until unloaded, you're good. This is the next station. The same thing over here. Wait until loaded and then wait until unloaded. Perfect. And whoever, it's paused, so I will set them to go, and I will unpause in a second. Whoever empties the loads first, and let's say this comes to this position here where the railroads meet the second railroads, wins. So let the best train win. Right, so we have right hand side, we have non-container one leading the way. We have everything ready here. It's full of crops. The left hand side one should have more than 15 containers. First grade, first stop. Ooh, this was a big turnaround. Okay, we still have a horse in a race. Oh boy, this is not good. Okay, so we have a container one. And will it empty everything? It emptied everything. Okay. The second one is coming in, and right, let me see how far this one is gonna go. Right, this is going quite slowly. Okay, so I can say truly, this was inspired by Julian. So thank you so much for inspiring this test. So Julian Renard, whose town is named after. But if you're using only trains, it looks like containers are being unloaded significantly faster, especially if you're considering loading and unloading them at the same time. So, and only using trains. Julian did the test with the boats, and he said when you're doing trains and boats combined, that the difference in how fast they're going is insignificant, closer to 10%, and I have no doubts about it. But if you're using only trains, this is it's a little bit different. Anyway, so I sincerely expected that the left guy is gonna lose by a significant margin, but looks like it's not the case. Still, the most important thing about the containers is that they look cool. And I think this is the reason why I will try to use them a little bit, maybe give them a little bit more chance, and also because they're a little bit newer stuff in a game compared to the box carts, which were there always. If I'm doing any mistakes in this testing, guys, please tell me so, because I always do mistakes and I would love to learn. If you have any criticism on these kind of videos, hit the comment section. So that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. If you liked the video, like. If you didn't, nasty comment in the comment section. Oh, subscribe. Notification bell, hit it. Comment section, hit it as well. And have a nice Wednesday. Bye bye.